There is a silence in our generation that has become deafening. A silence about identity. A silence about desire. A silence about the souls of people. And that silence has allowed a lie to grow. A lie that says whatever you feel must be who you are. A lie that says your impulses define you. A lie that says your attractions are your identity. A lie that says your desires are your destiny. This is the philosophy of our age. This is the creed of the modern self. This is the religion of humanism. And it is destroying people from the inside out. We have been taught to look inward for identity, to treat feelings as truth, to treat impulses as revelation, to treat temptation as self-discovery. But hear me. Your desires are not your identity. Your impulses are not your identity. Your temptations are not your identity. Your feelings are not your identity. If your identity rises and falls with your emotions, then your identity will collapse every time your emotions change. And they will change. Because feelings are unstable. Feelings are temporary. Feelings are shaped by wounds, trauma, temptation, and environment. Feelings are not a foundation. Feelings are a storm. And no life can stand on a storm. There is a voice in the world that whispers, this desire is who you are. This impulse is your truth. This temptation is your identity. But that voice is not God. That voice is not truth. That voice is not freedom. That voice is bondage. Because temptation is not identity. Temptation is warfare. The enemy wants you to believe that every impulse originates from your essence. He wants you to believe that every desire is a revelation of your soul. He wants you to believe that every feeling is a message from your true self. But Scripture says the opposite. Temptation comes from outside. Confusion comes from outside. Deception comes from outside. But your identity comes from God. You were created in the image of God, not in the image of your impulses. Not in the image of your temptations, not in the image of your past, not in the image of your failures, not in the image of your feelings. God did not create you for confusion. God created you for purpose. God did not create you to be ruled by desires. God created you to rule over desires. God did not create you to be shaped by temptations. God created you to overcome temptations. You were not made to be mastered by your impulses. You were made to be master over them. This is strength. This is manhood. This is womanhood. This is mankind as God designed it. Identity is not something you discover inside yourself. Identity is something you receive from the one who created you. The world says, look within, but God says, look to me. The world says, follow your heart, but God says, the heart is deceitful above all things. The world says your feelings define you, but God says my word defines you. The world says be true to yourself, but God says be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It is weakness to let your impulses rule you. It is weakness to let your desires define you. It is weakness to let your feelings shape you. Strength is mastery. Strength is discipline. Strength is obedience. Strength is clarity. Strength is purpose. You were not created to be a slave to desire. You were created to be a son, a daughter of God. You were not created to be tossed by every feeling. You were created to stand on truth. You were not created to be shaped by temptation. You were created to overcome it. Your past is not your identity. Your failures are not your identity. Your feelings are not your identity. Your identity is found in the one who made you, in his purpose, in his design, in his truth, in his word. If you want to know who you are, stop listening to your feelings and start listening to your Creator. Because the world will tell you who you feel like, but God will tell you who you are. And only one of these voices leads to life.